A warm welcome to each one of you to the International Fabtalks. It's a honor and pleasure to have several guests share the platform with us on the International Fabtalks. Several unsung heroes. It could be you too one day here sharing your space with us on this platform. And guess what you people can do? You can really share all your experiences and enlighten and empower other women and, of course, other people across the globe. Today, we have a wonderful friend joining us all the way from Kolkata. She is Miss Babita Chakraborty, a beautiful person with a lovely heart and a genuine soul. Join us, friends, to welcome our celebrity and guest. She's here to share her wisdom, her life experiences, and talk about a profession and empower other women as we are nearing a very special day, that is International Women's Day. Hello, ma'am, and welcome to the session.
Thank you, ma'am, for inviting me and giving me this opportunity.
Thank you, dear. Thank you so much for joining us. I just share your profile with them in a very brief way, my dear friends. Babita Chakraborty, ma'am, is a coordinator at St. Augustine's Day School for Girls. I repeat that again. She's a coordinator. She's working there at St. Augustine's Day School for Girls. And let's get to know more about her as to what more she does and how she conducts herself, because she's one strong woman who has made it till here. There are several youngsters out there, several girls, and several middle-aged women. You could even say the women in their 70s or in their 50s. All of us need to rise again like a phoenix and face this life. We should never give up. Join us, friends, now. We'll get along on this beautiful talk show to learn more about how to be strong, how to be empowered, and how we could empower others too. Ma'am, I really am happy that you said yes to the International Fab Talks. It's a moment of joy when anyone says yes. We are ready to share the time and space with you and share our thoughts and views. Ma'am, I'll share just a bit about you, that you are a coordinator in St. Augustine's Day School for Girls, but we'd like to know more about you as to who is the real Babita.
Okay, thank you, ma'am, first of all, for inviting me. I feel privileged to be here and getting this opportunity to share my experience as a woman, because on this special occasion on which we are here, I think it is very important that we all should come along and inspire each other as a woman, as a person, as a human being. And the most important thing for Babita is to be a kind and happy person. Because if you are happy, if you are satisfied in life, nothing is impossible and you can achieve everything. So with this, I introduce myself. My name is Babita Chakraborty. I'm a coordinator at St. Augustine Day School for Girls. It is in Kolkata, and it's a CBSE school. Apart from that, I, as a person, I have done my graduation from Delhi University and my master's from Kolkata. Apart from that, I'm a certified translator from Jadavpur University. I have worked with certain publishing house as a freelancer editor, and also I have written certain poetries, write-ups, blogging. So I had an experience because I like to explore. I love literature. I like to read books. I like to travel. I like photography. So I am a more creative person, and I think every woman, every girl has a talent, has a quality that they should explore, and they should keep themselves happy. That is what Babita thinks. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you. That's a beautiful way to share yourself and introduce yourself in a very powerful way. And you say that happiness is everything. When you're happy, you could do wonders. You could be more creative. Yeah. That's really very nice, ma'am. And we're so happy that you're connected with literature. You're a writer, you're a poetess, and all of that. You're a blogger as well. That's really nice. Dear ma'am, we'd like to know how you entered into this profession of being connected with students, being the coordinator of St. Augustine's Day School for Girls. How did you enter into this beautiful space?
I'll just share one thing. When I completed my graduation, I wanted to be in media. And I started my career as a freelancer editor, and I started my career in one of a regional newspaper. I'll not name that newspaper. It was just nearby my house. So I got an internship. But while doing that, I felt that I should also explore the field of education. And that time I was connected with one NGO, that is Arm Foundation, that is also in Delhi. So I started as a new person, as a beginner, and while teaching them, because in that NGO there was no limitation for any age limit. I used to teach to the age of 50, to the people of age 50. So I thought that there is a chance where I can explore, I can give more than what I want. So in that way it clicked my mind, and then I entered this field of education after I did the particular course which is needed for the field of education, that is B.Ed. And then I entered, I gave interviews and all, and I got the chance in the first place. And it is an honor that I'm working with this institute for 9 years. This was my first, and I hope this should be my last institute.
That's wonderful. That's really nice. 9 years and still strong. That's really good, ma'am. Beautiful. Yes, dear. Dear ma'am, we'd like to know, like, have you come across people who have given up on their career due to one reason or the other? Have you come across such people? And did you ever give them a piece of your mind and have requested them to start up again and not to give up, to be financially independent?
Right. Yes, I have, because there are few people who have given up on their career because of their family, because they want to look after their children. But I have suggested them that it is not only about financially strong. It is not always about to show somebody. It should be your piece of, it should be a state of peace for you. You should work for your happiness, because I work for my happiness. I don't think about the monetary part or that part. It is a certain thing that should come as a if I think about it as a consumer way or a customary way. But for me, a person should do some work for their happiness, because it will not only enhance or support them. Yes, financially it will support them, it will make them strong. They don't have to depend, especially women don't have to depend, because in earlier eras, like in earlier eras, ages, we have seen how the patriarchal society have dominated the women. The society has dominated, and they have oppressed the women in the society. So yes, there is no doubt that they get stronger financially, but it also helps them to come as an individual, a confident person, which is very important in today's world. You should be able to be there as a strong person to fight against the odds and stand against all the people. So for that, I think that was my peace of mind that I have given to certain people. And I'm very happy to share that few of them have taken that, and they are right now, they have rejoined and they are working.
Beautiful, ma'am. That's wonderful. Thank you for sharing that with us. That's really nice, very nice. Dear ma'am, we'd like to know now, as you're interested in literature, in writing, in poems, etc., how did you develop this interest?
I am a literature student. I have done English honors from University of Delhi and also masters in English. So that has created a soft corner for literature. And then I thought that I think I should express myself in words, because as a person, I'm very introvert. I don't talk much. But when I talk, it should be a very compact, it should be a very near and dear ones. So I feel that writing is a way to express your emotion, an overflow of emotion, once said by a very renowned author. So I think it helps me to provide my words and express my words that I sometimes fail to express it in front of people. So literature has actually played an important role in my life.
Yes, dear. That's really nice, ma'am. Thank you for sharing. Would you like to share one of your poems with us?
Right now, actually, I'm not having it in front of me. So in due course of time, if I get, I'll share it.
Sure, dear. That's really nice. Ma'am, what are the challenges that you face as a professional?
As a professional, I think, because when I joined, I it's not about the where I'm working right now, but the thing is, due course of time, wherever I worked, the only important thing is that you have to give time and patience, because it is very important as a professional to learn, because there is no limit to of learning. Okay, we don't find that, no, I have, there is no concept, this is a myth that I know everything. It's a myth. As a professional, you will always learn certain new things, and you have to work on your faults, on your mistakes, and you have to rectify it, and you have to come up as an individual, and you have to just make it a point that you should not repeat those mistakes. So as a professional, there are certain challenges that we face day to day life, but it is your team that always supports you. It is your team that always understands you, and it is you who needs to keep the patience, who needs to keep learning, and you have to present it as a perfect thing to your team. And I'm very happy to share here that the institute I'm working right now, they are the most supportive, most gentle, most, the, what should I say, actually I'm speechless whenever I say about my institute, because they have supported the, not only me, but all the women, all the people who are working with them. And nobody can say that this institute has not given me anything or has not supported me. This is one I can proudly state, that St. Augustine Day School for Girls, or the St. Augustine Education Society, has always supported their staff. Their management has always supported the staff, all the people over there. That is why the parents, the students, the staffs, they are all happy to be connected with this institute. And I feel, as a professional, I am blessed to be working over here.
That's really very nice, ma'am, for sharing all of that. And you speak so highly of the institution that you're working in. That's really very nice. And
Thank you.
we find very rarely that there are institutions like this who give a lot of support and encouragement to all the staff members. And you've spoken so highly and with lots of respect with regard to your institution. So that's really nice. It's a
Thank
blessing
you.
that you're there, right? Yes.
Yeah, it's a blessing for me, because they are they are such a good people. They are such a good management that who understands you, who supports you, and they are always there supporting and standing beside you. So that's a good thing.
Yes. Dear ma'am, we'd love to know about your childhood. What kind of a child were you? Did you face any bias or discrimination as a little girl? Or you were the tomboy? Or you were very naughty? Any incident or anecdote you could share with us?
As a child, I was very shy. I was an introvert, and I right now I have become little confident and little extrovert. But in my childhood, I was very introvert. And fortunately, I got my parents who are very, very, like, I'm blessed with that also. Touch wood with that, because they were always there to support me, stand beside me. And as a child, I have never felt the discrimination. As a girl child, as a woman also, I have never felt the discrimination. But yes, in my surrounding, I have seen few people suffering from that discrimination, where the girl child supposed to be oppressed, but the brother has been given the higher position, even though the brother is younger one. But that child was given a higher position as per respect, as per favoritism. But they have faced where I have supported them, because we in my family, we have followed always the equality. And I always, from there only, I have learned to believe in equality, no biasness, and it should be like equal opportunities to all.
That's wonderful. That's really nice to hear. Dear ma'am, we'd love to know as to which book really gives you the interest, like which genre. You'd like to read detectives or maybe autobiographies? What is it? Sci-fi.
Uh, there are many, but thriller is not my genre, because I don't enjoy that one. But yes, philosophical novels, and basically Afro American novels and feminist novels that inspires me. Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie is one of my favorite author, and Sylvia Plath is also one of my favorite poets. And I love to read them whenever I get chance. Due to work, I don't get time right now. But last time I have read it around like last month. I got the chance to go over that. Yeah.
Yes, dear. What kind of a change would you love to see in the world, Babita ma'am?
Um, I think the world is changing, and just one thing I always support, that there should be constant equality, because in certain areas I still feel there needs to be a development, and I think there should be an equality, equal opportunity needs to be given to all the people, irrespective of age, irrespective of race. um, Most importantly, what I feel, it will be a controversial thing, but I believe that whenever there is a competitive exams or something, I think there should be an equality for all. I don't know whether I'm correct or not, but I support that reservation needs to be removed from there, and it should be equal for everyone, because it is not always that the general people are always blessed. There are also people who are struggling, who are going through many things. So I think in that area it needs to be given an equal opportunity. But yes, it has a reason to put um, uh, the higher part to the certain races, certain caste we have given. But I think in that area, if we can put certain kind of equality among all the caste, each one should get an equal opportunity for that.
Yes, dear. I agree with your point, ma'am. Dear ma'am, we go on to the next question. How many friends have stood with you through thick and thin?
uh,
What does friendship mean to you?
Friendship is everything, because friendship, what I believe is that it should be something, there should be no biasness, there should not be any scope of favoritism, or only because I like you, I will support you. You have this thing, this qualities, this thing will help me in future. So according to that, if the friendship goes on, it will never work. Friendship is something which you don't say, even if you don't talk for like 1 year or 2 years, but you are still there. It is silent, but it is always there. So in my thick and thin, I should say that my parents are my best friends. They're always there. They are the people who are always there, being with me. So they are the two friends that I have, my mother and my father. Then comes my sisters, who are always there as a friend, as a sister, but they all come under my family. But there are few friends who are always there to support me, even though they don't stay with me, they don't talk to me, but they are still there. And as a friend, what I believe is that I don't keep any expectations, or I don't keep any force on anyone. I believe that as a person, I should give space. I should not tell them that yes, you have to do it for me. Sometimes expectation comes, but it is better not to keep expectation, because when your wishes are filled, and when your expectations are fulfilled, and you get the happiness, it's a bonus for you. So I want to get the happiness like that. I like to get the happiness like that.
Yes, dear. Dear ma'am, with regard to savings, we'll go to the finance part now. With regard to savings, I would like you to give a beautiful suggestion to everyone how they should concentrate on savings, because one fine day they will be incapable of working physically, like, they would want to rest and retire. So these savings will come into, they can use it. So many people don't have the habit of
Right.
saving. I would like you to share your thoughts with regard to saving.
Here I want to say, initially I was also a person who used to shop and used to think that I can spend a lot of things. But as I'm growing as an individual, I'm facing everyday challenges every day. I'm learning the life. So I believe that as a person, I think everybody should have a saving for future, because in life you should not depend on anyone. It should not be your family, it should not be your husband or wife, it should not be your children. As an individual, you should have enough saving that can help you in future, as when we will grow old and we don't have that opportunity to work. So at least from now onwards, if they have certain savings like investments and like any other any kind of investment, if they can do and they can get the return, they can save it for future. They can do it in what to say, in a short way, in a compact way. Not it is not compulsory that I have to make an investment of a big amount. It can be an RD, it can be an investment. So it is very important to start saving from now onwards and keep a respective kind of amount to for future, so that in future when you have an emergency of medical, or have an emergency where you need that saving to help you. So I think it is very important. They should always keep certain amount for their savings for future. They can also help their parents. As a child, I should save for my parents as well, because the moment I wanted the support my parents have given, so it is now my duty to help them out.
A wonderful way of sharing that. God bless you for saying that, you know.
Thank
I
you.
wish every parent has a child like you. Please just say this. They were there when I needed them, and now I should be for them. I should do something for them in their old age. That's wonderful. I really like this. And I wish every parent has, you know, set of parents have this type of a daughter with this broad mindset to give back in the right way.
Thank
Dear
you.
ma'am, thank you, dear. And now we come to a very sensitive question. Forgiveness. What does forgiveness mean to you? And how many times could we forgive others?
Forgiveness has no limitations. Forgiveness is a broader concept, and we cannot have a control on that. It depends on every individual. It depends on their perspective. Uh, as an individual, what I believe is that forgiveness is a way to give a peace to your mind, not to take revenge, because revenge will always cause fire. It will always cause fire. And forgiveness will give you peace, because there is always karma. I believe in karma, and I don't have to do anything. If you are an honest person, if you are a true person, you just leave it to that person who is up. We call him in capital letters, HIM. So let's see. uh, as per karma, they will be seen what they have done. They will be given what they have done to others. It is not me who will forgive, but yes, sometimes it is very hard for a person to forgive and forget, but forgiveness can be done. And it has no limitation. It depends on an individual whether I want to, because first of all, to forgive, you have to make yourself confident whether I want to forgive or not. Because if you don't forgive, you cannot uh, move ahead. And once you forgive anyone, you don't bear the burden with you. You just move freely, and you give the space to you yourself and to that person. That's what I believe.
Yes, dear. Wonderful, ma'am. That was very nice the way you shared it. How would you want people to remember you, and why should people remember Babita?
uh People should remember Babita as a human being who is always there for them, because it is very rare nowadays in this world, this bitter world, what the people say, uh, to have a friend who is a good listener, good observer, and who is a person who is always there with you in your struggles. You don't need a friend in your happiness, but you generally you need a person in your struggles, when you are struggling or you're facing challenges. So I think I have created myself as a person who is always there for the people who actually need someone, when they need a support. And sometimes I am lucky to be a part of that. Sometimes I'm unfortunate that people don't remember, but that does not give me any pain, because I believe that the time when they wanted me, they needed me, I was there. So I think for people, they should remember Babita as a kind person, and who is a genuine person in this world where people leaves but Babita doesn't leave. So I think that will be a person to be remembered.
Yes, dear. That's wonderful, ma'am. The way you share it, wonderful, beautiful.
Thank you.
Dear ma'am. Yes, dear. Thank you, ma'am. Dear ma'am, what about movies? Do you watch movies too? Are you a movie buff?
I am, but I don't get time. Honestly speaking, for the last 2 to 3 years, I've not been watching movies at all. But sometimes I have seen in between intervals. So yeah, I like it. I mean, whatever comes in my way, I like it. So yeah.
Yes, dear. Now, ma'am, as you're working with students and the management, have you all been on adventure trips, on tours?
Yeah, we go for excursions, and yeah, we have
Any
gone.
memorable incident?
Every excursion is a memorable incident, because it is with my students. So it's always, because whenever we have staff picnics, we it is with the management, it's with my staff. So every excursion, every picnic and outside tours are very memorable, because it gives you only happiness. At that time you don't think about what is keeping you worried, or what is going behind your mind. So looking at the smile of the students when they go for excursion, they are so excited, they are learning certain things, they are sharing it with you. So I think it's the most excellent part that I feel, and I enjoy it, looking at their smiles and looking at their excitement. And during our staff picnic, it is like our happiness that we are getting. And looking at everyone being happy is what makes me happy. So yeah.
That's so sweet of you. That's really very nice of you. Yes, dear. Dear ma'am, what is it that you love about Babita?
I love about Babita is that she's a very patient person. I have an extreme level of high level of patience, and I'm proud of that, because that helps me to control my emotions, that helps me to control during the situation when it is needed. And I think that is making me stronger day by day, and making me a confident person. So I think I will more work on this. And of course, my communication skills, I love to speak, I love to talk. So yeah, these two things.
Yes, dear. Dear ma'am, your favorite color?
My favorite color is red, and it's a very common thing that many people like. But yes, I like red and black both.
Yes, dear. I'm today in red and black. I don't know that.
Yeah, I love it.
Yes, dear. Sometimes it happens, when I'm sitting down for a session and when I ask the person, the celebrity on the platform, like, which is your favorite color? And somehow, coincidentally, they have said the same color. Either it could be my background or it could be something that I wore that I don't know if I'm imagining things or it may be something very
Maybe
true.
it's a telepathy.
Maybe something like that.
Right.
Yes, quite a few times I've observed this, dear. Yes. Dear ma'am, your favorite quotation or a proverb which you love to
Mm,
read again and again?
as such, there is no such quotation or proverb that I keep on doing, because I believe that, as I have said earlier, that life is changing, and it is uh, giving you all the surprises. So I like to make my own quotations and I like to make my own proverbs. So yeah, not a common proverb or quotation that I like, but yeah, it goes on.
Yes, as you are also a writer, I understand that. I understand what you share now. Yes, dear. Dear
And
ma'am,
the most important thing is that as a writer, it is very difficult, because sometimes we have a writer's block. It
mhm,
does not come. The flow doesn't come. So that time it is very important to keep the patience that I was talking about.
very true. Very true. Dear ma'am, till date, the proudest accomplishment, the wow feeling. Yes, I achieved this and it makes me feel great.
Yeah. I have two such achievements which made me happy, because I believe in happiness that makes you happy. First one is that when I bought, there is a project called International Dimension of School by British Council, and when I was working with Saint Augustine's, one of the branches, so I bought that award for the school, of course with the help of the team. I bought that, and previously nobody bought that one. So I felt really proud on that, that with my hard work, with the help of my team members, with the help of my management, I was able to bring that one. And we got that accomplishment of being an international school. So I felt really proud to bring that one. And secondly, when I did my course in when I became the certified translator from Jadavpur University, because that was one of my dreams to study and do certain course from Jadavpur University. So I think these two accomplishments made me happy.
Excellent, ma'am. That's really nice. Dear ma'am, are you also a person who loves pets? Do you love pets too?
Honestly speaking, I love pets, but I don't have any. I love dogs, I love cats, I love birds. So I love everyone, but I don't have any. So maybe in future I'll have one. Let's see.
Yes. If at all in future you have one, what would you select? Which pet would you select?
I will select three of them only.
Oh, how
I
nice.
should have three of them.
How sweet. Yes, dear. Dear ma'am, how many languages are you conversant in?
Let me see. I can speak in English, Bengali, Hindi, and little bit of French.
Wow, great. That's wonderful. That's really nice. Now, when you're dealing with students, ma'am, what is that one thing that you look at, or you search for in students? What is it that the main thing that makes a student stand out from the others?
The first thing is that they should have values. As a student, they will be studying many things. They should be enhancing their communication skills, they should be enhancing their sports area. But I think for a student it is very important they should have values. The value based education that we provide helps them to enhance their values and respect, the way they should respect the teachers. Because I have heard certain incidents in other schools or in other areas where the respect is not that up to the mark which needs to be done. When we were students, we used to respect our teachers like anything. Nowadays it is rarely seen, but what we are teaching right now our students is a value based education. We are believing in that, and I think our school students who are studying with us right now, they are learning that, and they all come from a very value based families background. So I think with the help of our team effort and their family background, I think we will be able to help them to learn values. Because as a person you should be remembered who you are. It should not be your financial status or your job status. It should be a person who should be remembered. It should be like when you are leaving, as our respected principal ma'am always says, because she is one of the person who is inspiring me a lot. She says that you should always leave a mark on people's heart. They should remember you as a human being. The day you will be leaving, people should have tears in their eyes, not because of another reason, but because you are leaving, because you have left a mark on their heart. So I think that inspired me a lot.
Yes, dear. That's a wonderful way to share it, ma'am. And it's such a beautiful thing that your principal ma'am has shared this. It's very
Yeah.
nice. Yes. Leave an unforgettable mark or an unforgettable impression on others before we leave this world. And be human. That's all. Have
Yeah,
humility.
right.
Dear ma'am, with regard to mental health, which is the need of the hour, would you like to share your thoughts and empower other women who are low, either with depression, anxiety, or some form of mental ailment?
Yes. Mental health is very important for me because I have gone through the same thing. I'm not a person who is like uh, who's coming out of a fairy tale, right? It's not, because every human has their they have their ups and downs, and they have suffered, they have challenges. But mental peace is very important. Initially we will go through depression, melancholy will be there, and we will go through certain thoughts that will keep us down. But as a human being, we have to make it a point that what do we want? Whether we always want to keep ourselves down, or we want to grow up. The first line that when you were starting the conversation, you used a certain line on phoenix, and we have to rise out of the ashes. So yes, we have to rise. We have to rise, not for us but for the people who loves us. And depression is a very strong and a broader term. it I have seen people suffering a lot after depression. They cannot remain among themselves, they cannot keep it among themselves. They go like crazy when they cannot control their emotions. So it is very important here to keep the patience, to keep your emotions in control. It will help you to come out of the depression. And the first point that you need to make is that whether I want to be happy or not. So that is what I follow, because it is not that I come out of a fairy tale. I don't have the phases of depression. I also had. But what I felt that it is very important that I should come out, I should grow as an individual, and I should make things which makes me happy. Because if I am happy, at least the few people we have in our life, they will be happy to see us happy. So giving happiness, receiving happiness will make you happy.
Hats off to you for this lovely answer. I really loved it. This is the wow
Thank you.
moment
Thank
of
you.
the interview, my dear friends. So if at all
Thank
you're
you.
facing any kind of depression, my dear friends, what you have to do is just rise like a phoenix for yourself and for the people who love you. Because the people who love you can't see you in the pain, right? They can't
Right.
see you in that state where you are low and depressed and sad and you're into your shell. At least for the people who love you, you have to rise like a phoenix. Forget the people who have hurt you, but at least there are people in your life who will really love and care for you. It could be your parents, your siblings, it could be your friends. Rise up for them and face the day. Do not dip or dive into that zone of being depressed or feeling sad about things that didn't work in the right way. Yes, no one has it easy, everyone has it tough. We just
Right.
have to face it happily. That's what, as you said. I really like your answer, ma'am. Really, hats off
Thank you.
once again to you for this lovely answer.
Thank you. Thank you.
Ma'am, if you were to meet the Almighty and the Almighty was to gift you a superpower and give you the choice to select the superpower as well, what superpower would you select?
Superpower to I will select it because recently we are facing certain issues in Gaza, and I have seen the small children who have lost their parents, who are getting troubled or suffering due to the attacks they are having at their place. So I feel that if I ever get the superpower, I think there should not be any fight. There should not be any kind of destruction in the world, which takes away the happiness, the family that you have. Because some people do it for their happiness, for their egos, but for that, many people are losing those whom they love, their loved ones, they are losing. So I think the superpower to give happiness, to give the uh, family they want, because family is the unit, the team that always stands with you in your uh, tough times. So they should be always there. So I think I wish everybody should get that.
Yes, dear. That's really nice, ma'am. Thank you for sharing, dear. Before we move on to the next segment called as the rapid fire round, which will take another 10 minutes,
Okay.
I'd like you to give all the women out there a wonderful message for International Women's Day. Over to you, ma'am.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. I just want to wish everyone happy Women's Day on March 8th. And it's a special day for that purpose, but I think there's no certain days for celebrating Women's Day. Every day is a Women Day, and you just grow as an individual. Every woman, every girl, I would like to say, come out from your comfort zone, break the ice, and face the challenges, and come out as a strong person, so that nobody should say that yes, we were right to dominate the women. It is not about being feminist. It's not about approaching feminism. It is all about equality. Because if they have the power, they have the equal opportunity. If they have this capability, I think every woman, every girl has that capability, that quality to come out as a strong person. We have many examples in our society, and you can also be an example in the society. So that's a message from my end. Over to you.
Beautiful message, ma'am. A very strong one. Thank you for empowering all of us. Thank you once again, dear. Now, friends, it is the time for the rapid fire round to get to know about the likes and dislikes of our celebrity and guest. She is Miss Babita. She's joining us all the way from beautiful city, Kolkata in West Bengal, India. Dear ma'am, this is a short round. It will be a brief session. It will be just for 10 minutes.
Okay.
Your favorite breakfast?
Pork sausages.
Yes, dear. And the favorite month among all the 12 months?
I love winter, so December is my favorite month.
Among all the 7 days?
Friday.
Your favorite number?
8, because that's my birth date.
When is your birthday? Which month? Yes, dear.
So my favorite month is May, and my favorite date is 8th, the number, because it's my birth date. So 8th May is my favorite.
8th May. That's really nice. We'll wish you for your birthday. I just focused on that to get it up so that we can wish you on your birthday, dear, from the International Fabtalks. Ma'am, have you ever regretted spending money on any item or a dress or maybe a gadget or something and said, oh, why did I waste my money on that? Any regret?
No, not generally, because I spend not very casually. Whenever I spend, I make it sure that I'm spending it on a proper way.
Yes.
Not, yeah.
Yes. Is it comfort or style?
Both.
A samosa or an apple? What would you select?
Apple, because samosa I cannot, and I actually don't prefer oily things. So yeah.
Very conscious, health conscious.
Right. I became.
Yes, you all have to become, at one point of time. Seriously,
Right.
I also think twice. In fact, the last 3 months, I just was eating a lot of desserts and a lot of oily stuff, and I put on weight, and now I'm very
Not
cautious.
that I don't eat, but samosa is something I will prefer apple over samosa.
Sure. I really like that. Yes, dear. Friends, you have to be very careful with your diet. Otherwise, if you overeat or indulge in, excess of oily stuff, it's going to have negative effects on our body. Dear ma'am, are you a sweet tooth too?
No, not at all.
Lucky girl.
Yeah.
Very nice. Yes. Some of them who are having this sweet tooth, they are unable to resist having sweets.
Right. Yeah. I have few people in my life.
Yes. Dear ma'am, is it tea or coffee?
Sorry. It depends on my mood. It depends if the weather is very nice and the coffee is good. I will prefer coffee. Generally, I am a tea person, but sometimes I like to have coffee. when it's special days, especially when it's reading. So yeah.
Yes, dear. Thank you, ma'am, for sharing. Thank you so much. Are you an early bird or a night owl?
Both actually, because when I have to go for work, I have to become an early bird, and whenever I'm having holidays, I become night.
Yes. Home cooked food or food ordered from out?
Both, especially the second one, because I get lot of thrashing from my parents for eating outside. So yeah, but I have started controlling. So like both the things. Yeah.
Are you a good cook too? A life
Whenever
skill that is.
I generally don't answer this because generally my father says that I'm a good cook. Whenever I cook, I am not a very kitchen person, but whenever I cook anything, he says that I cook really well. So I take it as a credit for me.
Yes, dear. Dear ma'am, experiential learning or theoretical learning? What would you
It
support?
depends on it. I think I will support the first one because I think it helps a lot because we are also following the same method, and it helps the students to learn more and more. Theoretical learning we used to do earlier, which has some limitation, which restricts to a certain boundaries. But experiential learning helps to go beyond learning, to learn beyond whatever they have learned, and they experiment on that, they work on that, field work is done. So I think that helps a lot nowadays.
Yes, dear ma'am. Dear ma'am, life is all about money or happiness? Tough
um,
question.
yeah, it's a tough question because if we balance both the things, it will be there, because you cannot say that I don't need money. Yes, you, of course you need money, but happiness should be more. It, everything cannot be valued with money. Yes, you can buy materialistic things, but you cannot buy time, you cannot buy space, you cannot buy the love of your dear and near ones from money. So I think happiness, I will put it up, I'll give it a superior power to that.
Excellent. Wonderful. I like the answer. Yes, dear. Dear ma'am, the next question. Sweet, spicy, and salty food. I asked you this earlier. Like, are you a sweet
Yeah,
tooth?
you asked whether I'm a sweet
Yeah.
person or not.
So I put all these four in front of you. Sweet, salty, sweet, salty, spicy, or sour food. Which one would you love?
Spicy. I'm a spicy person. Yeah.
When Babita is all alone and no one is around her, no gadget as well,
Hmm.
and no book as well, nothing. She's just sitting on a chair. And there are the walls around her and an opening, of course, a door and a big window. Opposite the window, there's another wall, nothing to see. So at
Hmm.
that moment, when there's nothing around to see, you just blank walls. So at that moment, you automatically get connected to your thoughts, focusing on your thoughts. Where do your thoughts take you? To the past, present, or future?
It's a whirlwind, I would say. I keep all the lights off because it helps me to concentrate more. So it leads me to the past, it connects with the present, and it leads to the future, because I'm always thinking where I have gone wrong, where I can work, and where I can improve myself for future. So this way I can connect.
Yes. Would you prioritize socializing or me time?
Both, because both of the factors have their own effects. Socializing also helps you to come out when you feel lonely, when you feel some, you need someone to share your thoughts. I think socializing helps you a lot in that way, but me time is also important, and I think one should balance both the things.
Yes, dear. Are you fond of ice creams as well?
Yeah, I love ice cream.
Which
That
flavor?
is the one thing I love.
Which flavor?
Coconut flavor.
Wow, that's really nice. Dear ma'am, I would love that now you answer this question only in one word. That is, it's strictly only one word. ठीक है ना?
Okay.
Describe a wonderful day, a beautiful day in just one word. एक सुंदर सा दिन
Exquisite.
एक ही शब्द में बोलना है.
Exquisite.
exquisite.
Yeah.
Superb. That's really nice. Excellent. Your favorite mode of transport, dear?
Mm, I think I enjoy traveling by air most of the time, but generally I don't get so much time to travel. So I think by car.
Yes, dear. The beach or the forest? Where do you feel comfortable?
Beach.
Song or dance?
Nothing actually. I'm a lazy panda. I call myself lazy
How
panda.
sweet
I
of
always
you.
sit and I enjoy observing. I enjoy looking at people. So that's my best time.
Yes, dear. Now you're connected to the academic sector, but I'd
Mm.
like to know your favorite teacher when you were a little student.
I have many favorite teachers because I have shifted from one school to another school, and it's not about only teachers because in my life there are few people who worked as a teacher. It's whether it's my they are my parents who are my role models who worked as a teacher for me, my first gurus, and then I have my sisters. I have my husband who is always supporting me and who always helps me to learn few things. Sometimes I like it, sometimes I don't like it, but I know he always wants good for me. So he also worked as a teacher because he before he became my husband he was also my friend. So he is coming under my friends. There are a few friends who has always supported me and guided me. Of course I have mentioned one of my role model, that is my principal ma'am. Also my management team where I have my respected president ma'am and CEO sir who always guide us and always help us to understand the things very properly. So they also worked as a teacher for me. And also my every person I'm working with, whether it's my headmistress ma'am, whether it's my HR team, my other team members, even my colleagues, my teachers who are working with me, I think every human being helps me to learn certain things. And I think there is no one teacher who will be my favorite, but there are many teachers who are teaching me every day.
How sweet of you. You're very humble, dear. You're very humble. You've included everyone in the picture. That's really nice.
Thank
Two more questions and then we are done, ma'am. This question is the favorite and the most precious gift that you've received till date.
you. My life.
Wow.
I think that's the precious gift I can consider because that is why I'm here. I'm talking to you. So, yes, I think I believe in this and I thank my parents for that.
Excellent. Ma'am, before we end this session, we'd like you to give us three gifts in the form of three beautiful words. Always we make a request to all the celebrities who are here with us on the International Fab Talks to share three magical words that could empower us. And being Women's Day very close, like just we are 2 days short of Women's Day, that is on 8th and today is 5th. I'd like you to share three powerful words for all the women out there to focus and to rise back like a phoenix and shine in the world.
The first one I will say be strong to face all the challenges, be calm and patient so that you face everything with patience. A level of patience helps you every time to overcome the problems that you're facing, and always keep a smile on your face. That will make you happy and that will lead you to happiness.
Yes, dear. Thank you so much, ma'am, for all the sharings that you just shared with us, all the beautiful experiences, your thoughts, and the wisdom that you've shared. And finally, you've said, like, have a lot of strength and focus on lots of patience and build a beautiful future for yourself and for others as well. That's really nice. Looking forward to many more interactions with you. I had a lovely time talking to
Same
you.
here, same here.
You have a beautiful soul and you have a beautiful smile as well and a lovely heart.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
We wish you and your entire family and your entire school lots of love to all the girls and the colleagues and the management of St. Augustine's Girls at the school, high school. That's really
St.
nice.
Augustine Day School for Girls. Yeah.
Thank you for correcting me on that. St. Augustine's Day School
It's
for
school
Girls.
for girls. Yeah.
That's really nice. Thank you so much. Lots of love and respect to all of you. Stay safe and happy Women's Day to everyone. Ma'am, happy Women's Day to you. International
Oh,
Women's Day to you. Let me
to
put
you as
all
well.
of that right. Let me put all of that right. I jumbled up everything. Happy Women's Day to each one of you, my dear friends. Happy International Women's Day to each one of you, including you, ma'am, and me too.
Yeah, same. Thank you.
Thank you, dear. Thank you so much. My dear friends,
Thank
with this, we come to an end to the International Fab Talks. If you like what we are doing, stay connected with us. And if you like this beautiful video, share it with your friends. Share it with people who really need to draw inspiration from the right kind of people. And of course, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe as well. Stay safe and stay blessed.